Thank you so much for watching. This is Virgo, Sun, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I do want to apologize in advance for the background noise because everybody's already been complaining about how hard it is to hear me. I don't have a mic anymore. I haven't replaced my mic. I've had a property vandalism, so I have to replace that. So I apologize if you can't hear me. Try another device, or adjusting your volume, or headphones, or another reader. Ultimately, if you can't hear it, wasn't meant for you to hear it, probably it's not your reading. Even if it is your sign, again, check Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs. If you don't know how to do that, there's a link below showing you how to do so with my social media information, how to book a personal reading or energy reading with me. Let's get into your reading. I do want to show you my Amazonite crystal that I felt the need to pull out for this reading. I just got it. I have not cleansed it yet, but I do feel very attached to it. I'm sitting at Starbucks, and there's a lot of traffic going on behind me. It was kind of quiet when I first sat down, but unfortunately it's a little noisy now. So anyway, let's get into your reading. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I saw the High Priestess twice, and I saw the Death card twice. So I feel like there's definitely a transformation going on, possibly within your dream state that just came to me, but it could be transforming the way you use your intuition, or the way you look at your intuition, or the way you channel your intuition, or something regarding your intuition, your emotions, and your femininity, male or female. You could definitely just be growing, intuitively growing in a major way. So let's get into your reading. Any messages for the next couple weeks, through the end of December into the new year, or for the next 2 or 3 weeks of your life, whenever you may see this reading. Keep in mind, readings can resonate with your past, present, or future, or a mixture of all three. So just take what resonates. Any messages for Virgos? Look at that, the High Priestess. Any other messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Some of you could be feeling like things are really imbalanced or unstable right now. Things are coming into balance. You could be having a lot of anxiety, like you don't have control. Or if you're having a lot going on in your dream state, you could be feeling like you're not really sleeping well. Any other messages? I think things are being balanced in your dream state. Any other messages? Yeah, you could be battling something in your dream state. Wow. Any other messages for Virgos? No. Okay. So, Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck. When I first started reading, this always would represent... sorry, there's a lot of craziness going on. This would always represent for me a spiritual messenger, new journeys, exploring things spiritually. So you could be exploring things within your spirituality. You could be having internal conflicts about things, about spirituality. You could be beginning to fall down the rabbit hole, beginning to awaken and kind of veer off from what society says is the right way to do things, or from the way traditionally your family or your friends have done things, and it could be causing a lot of conflict around you. Or you could just be having a lot of internal conflicts about what you want to explore and about what you have always known. Okay, the High Priestess is here. So I do think there is something going on in your dreams. There's a need to pay attention to your dreams. Also trust your intuition to guide you. Do take account of your emotions, but don't be emotionally charged with your decision making. I feel like there is a lot being balanced out right now. Temperance came out. This is Cancer energy. Temperance is Sagittarius, Jupiter energy. Things are being balanced out for your good. Coming into balance, coming into stability. Maybe if you are ruled by Mercury, which is air. Well, not necessarily air, but which is very mental. So you could be feeling like this could be dealing with your emotions. You are a mutable sign. However, you're an earth sign, so you're not really very emotional, but these emotions could just be overwhelming you to an extent, and that could be having you feel like you're a little bit out of your element, and could be giving you a little bit of anxiety, feeling like you're not in control. As well as if it's just a lot going on in your dreams, you could just be feeling like you're not sleeping well because spirit is at work. There's a lot going on. You could be feeling very defensive. You could have your guard up as you complete this chapter, close out this phase, overcoming these last few obstacles, because a 9 is about achievement, like wrapping up a cycle, very close to that 10. And we have 2 9s back to back. So I feel like in the 3D, this is what you're feeling, very defensive, like you have your guard up. You could be feeling very tired, very exhausted, mentally exhausted, just weary, tired, just tired. But spirit is working things out. Your intuition is probably stronger than you expect, or stronger than you think, and things are coming into balance. So this is really good. Let's go ahead and clarify. Clarify each card. I have pre-shuffled my decks. This is the Tattoo Tarot deck. Well, there's 2 Tattoo Tarot decks, but this is one of them. Show me the High Priestess. Ooh, wee. Show me the Temperance card. Thank you. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Sure. Thank you. Show me the 9 of Swords. Sheesh. Sorry, some cards fell. Clarify these backwards, but that's okay. Okay, at the bottom of the deck I have the 5 of Swords. So there's probably a need to walk away from something. Your pride is probably keeping you, holding you back. Is probably causing you to not be okay with relinquishing control to your intuition. Like maybe there's a sense of needing to understand things. Virgos are very meticulous, so maybe there's a need to kind of understand things, and your intuition is one of those things that understanding doesn't necessarily always come with it. You know, sometimes you just have to trust, and that could be what is holding you back and causing so much anxiety with this transformation you're experiencing. The Moon card came out in the reverse to clarify the High Priestess. So I do feel like there's some dis-ease, unsettled energy when it comes to relinquishing control, like I said, to your intuition, trusting these, look, Temperance just beneath that, but spirit is working with you. Spirit is trying to work it out. Temperance is here twice. Wow. And the 4 of Swords is here. I saw the 4 of Swords here at the bottom of the deck too. There is a need to just kind of ease your mind, rest your mind, stop thinking so hard about things, and like there's also a need to relinquish the need to understand. Even though that's not what's coming out, I'm thinking about the Hangman, and I also was thinking about the Hierophant. Even though the High Priestess is here, I was thinking about the Hierophant earlier. But anywho, this is Pisces energy, which is your natural opposite. Yes. But the Moon in the reverse represents fear around a decision. Could be fear about just trusting your intuition. You could be having some really trippy dreams also, because the Moon card can talk about your dreams, paying attention to your dreams. But this, again, the need to trust your intuition. But in the reverse, there's some resistance here. Also, sorry, got cut off. Okay, so there's a need to address some deep emotions. They've been suppressed, and whatever this this experience that you're going through is probably causing these to come up so that you can deal with them. And it could be happening in the dream state. If you don't want to deal with it in the 3D, it's probably happening in your dream space or subconscious mind. But this is about the subconscious, about the unknown, about the dark side. And there's a need to trust in your intuition and to have trust in your higher self, and not have so much fear. Because this is fear versus intuition right here. So, there is a lot of fear, though. I see that because that's where this anxiety is coming from. So anyway, Temperance is here. The Knight of Cups is in the reverse. So I feel like you have probably been very unstable, probably flaky, probably, just scared to kind of take a chance on yourself, scared to trust your intuition, scared to really go for what it is that you truly want, what it is that you truly love, if it's a person that you love, or just something that you want to take a chance on. You've been afraid of taking that chance, and Spirit is working with you, trying to urge you and push you in the right direction, to get you over the hump, right? So like I said, I clarified these cards backwards, but I'm just going to go ahead and roll with it. So the Nine of Wands is here, the Nine of Coins, another 9, the Nine of Pentacles, which is Virgo energy. So I feel like there is kind of a defensiveness when it comes to completing your goals, to accomplishing something. Maybe you're wanting to do it by yourself, or maybe you feel like you have to do it by yourself. Either way, this is an independent energy. This is, again, Virgo energy. It's self-sufficiency, though. It's independence. This could be very stubborn next to the Nine of Wands. You could be resisting help, or resisting resources, or just being not being smart with the way you invest or spend your time, energy, effort, or money, and that could be leaving you defensive. But I don't feel like that's the case for a lot of you. Some of you could just be feeling like, I gotta do this shit by myself. You know what I'm saying? You could be kind of salty about that, but at the same time, you probably feel like you need to be alone to handle this, or it's probably best. But I feel like there's a lot of anxiety about needing to trust your intuition, needing to trust the guidance of Spirit, not gaining a full understanding of what is happening, what is going to happen, what is to come. There is a lot of fear. Again, the Five of Pentacles is about fear of losing something, poverty, mind states, or scarcity mindsets, like fear of being stuck out in the cold, fear of being lonely and alone. This could be what you're feeling too with all these nines. It's very singular energy. Part of you, like on the outside, you could be looking like, oh yeah, I have everything I need, and that you're single and you're just fabulously independent and you're enjoying it, but deep down inside you hate it and you're scared that you're going to be alone forever. But you got to keep it moving. The chariot is here. So I do feel like you're going to overcome any obstacle, any loss that may be in your future. You will overcome all of that. Again, Cancer energy. So I feel like this anxiety is just purely anxiety. There probably is a fear of being alone, being single forever, being by yourself, but I don't feel like it's a legitimate fear. I just feel like this period of your life is something you have to learn how to trust your intuition and trust yourself, to fully integrate into oneself, into yourself, and then you can find your counterpart. So I do feel like you're going to be triumphant. You're going to overcome this fear of loss and this anxiety. You're going to be triumphant, and you're going to overcome any obstacles in your way, and be successful ultimately. I mean, and if not, it's just going to cause delay. You're going to keep moving. You'll just move a lot slower. You know what I'm saying? It's all on you. Sorry, let's get your advice. Any advice for Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Judgment's here. Sorry, it's just getting so loud. Any other advice? Judgment is Pluto energy. Pluto rules Scorpio. Anything else for Virgos? Page of Swords at the bottom bottom of the deck. It had popped out, but I put it back because I wasn't really confident in the way I was shuffling, so it came back out. So I do think there is a need for you to pay attention to details. Be curious, ask questions, inquisitive with yourself, inquisitive with your higher self. Go into meditation, into deep thought. I'm picturing the Hermit card, which is your card. There is a need to seek higher learning from yourself, from your higher self. That is the only way you really get in tune and in touch and comfortable with trusting your intuition, is if you really get in touch with it and get in tune with it and get to know yourself, you know. So ask questions, pay attention to the details of everything that's going on around you. And if you want to understand something, if you're not getting the communication or the verbal clarity on it, just watch, you know what I'm saying? And everything will start to make sense. It's like if you get out of this fear of freaking out, you can watch and see how everything unfolds around you. And then, like with the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords, it's like getting into a learning state to really figure out what is happening, what's going on, without someone having to explain it to you. You can just kind of watch and be like, oh, okay, I kind of see what's happening now. So Judgment is here, so I do feel like there is a need to be honest with yourself and what you see. When you evaluate yourself, do not beat yourself up, but just be honest with yourself. If a second opportunity comes around with something and you get the opportunity to apologize or the second chance at something, you may want to take it. This can represent forgiveness. Also, reviewing the past. You could be, like I said, your intuition could be very high. Spirit could be speaking. Yeah, so your intuition could be very high. Spirit could be speaking to you, making things very clear for you. You could have the second opportunity or second chance with something. There could be an opportunity of forgiveness, or just a chance to really look at yourself and learn from your past. Critique yourself is what I meant to say. Justice is here, which is Libra energy. So again, more balance coming in. There will be fairness. There will be balance. You may need to make a decision about what you're investing in, how you're investing into your healing process as well. The Eight of Pentacles is here, which is about, it can be about like a promotion. It's like you need to make the decision whether or not you're going to fall back into old habits, or if you're going to invest into moving forward into your healing, into like reassessing this and really taking another look at it and deciding whether or not you're going to make the decision to work on yourself, like really work hard on yourself. If I look at this like the body, because this could be work related. You could be working really hard at work, working for a promotion, working on your home or something like that. But I feel like this is doing internal work, really working to build your skills as a human, as a spiritual entity, and really reviewing your own behavior and taking an honest look at yourself and making the decision to better yourself and overcome any pain or heartbreak. Do the necessary necessary healing that you need to do, so that this fear doesn't bother you anymore, doesn't hinder your growth, doesn't give you so much anxiety, doesn't have so much power over you. So you may need to ask questions from people around you who have done a lot of healing or shadow work, you know, for guidance on how to do this. Or like I said, go completely internally. If you're spending a lot of time alone, or you feel isolated, it's for a reason. This is a part of your journey where you may need to do this by yourself. We have 3 9s here again, so you are at the final stages of wrapping something up. Spirit is working with you to balance things out and to keep you kind of keep things tame and at ease. So even if it feels a little rocky, there's probably some resistance. If you're feeling like things are super rocky, you're probably resisting, and there's probably a need to kind of submit to an extent. So there's going to be an opportunity to really look at yourself and make the decision to either allow your pain and heartbreak to make you be like, oh, that's just who I am, or no, I really want to overcome this. I want to heal from this. I don't want this to be part of who I am. I don't want this to hold me back. I don't want this to hinder me. I don't want to have to keep suppressing these emotions. I don't want them to have to bother me. I don't want to have to feel defensive all the time. I don't want this anxiety. I don't want to have this fear about, whether something's for me or not, whether it's going to last, whether I'm going to lose it, all of that. So I hope this was helpful, Virgo. I'm going to go ahead and end the reading now. If you'd like a personal reading or you want to connect with me on social media, the information is below. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you're able to hear me okay. And if not, I apologize. And until next time, peace, love, and light. Bye.